Morning gang, I'm here. It's about half an hour to sunrise. I've made it to the Werribee Gorge, down at the Werribee River. I've made it for the sunrise session. I've got about a 3-minute walk that way before I get to my spot. Fingers crossed I get a blackfish today. It's only about 3 minutes up this path. And I'm going to take off. I know I'll stay on the path. I normally walk down that way, but that takes you back on this path anyway. Righto, the rods are in. It's still dark. There's a rod down there, and I've got another rod just down there. So we're hoping for a blackfish this morning. Here we go, my fingers are crossed. I've raced down here this morning, hoping to get one. All right, I'm going to grab a seat and we'll wait. Okay, that rod's gone. That was bouncing around. Let's wait a little bit and we'll see what happens. Let's go. This one's going. Yeah, it's on. All right, there we go. There's a blackfish. I've got one. That's just way too small. I'm going to have to throw that one back. We'll get him unhooked and get him back in the water. Here we go. Hopefully not too much damage. Back you go. Yeah, he swam off. That's good. Blackfish really have a tendency to aggressively go for that bait. And sometimes they take that hook right down and you can do some damage getting the hook out. But that guy's all right. He's fine. He swam off, so that's no worries there at all. Yeah, they really go for the bait sometimes, these guys. This hole's, oh no, that one's about to go. Here we go, this one's about to go. It's bouncing, you can see it from back there. Here we go, wait for it. Yeah, something's on that. Wait for it. Yep, I'm on with something nice size here. Nice size. What is this? It's pull and drag. Okay. It's tangled in those reeds. It's hard, I'm going to have to put the phone. There's another tench out of the Werribee River. Excellent. Let's get that line back in and we've got our fingers crossed for a blackfish. I don't like my chances now. It's starting to get bright. So anyway, we'll keep going here for a little bit longer. Now I'm back down at this other spot where I caught that big redfin last time I was down here, which was just over there somewhere. I've got another line in. That line's a bit slack. I'll tighten that up. And I've got another rod straight out in front of us. Now this water's pretty clear. So I'm going to just stand back. I'll drop down here, grab a seat, and I'll just wait for those rods. Stand by. Oh, I just pulled the slack out of those lines. Looks like that one's moving already. Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on it. I'm going to stay down low because that water's quite clear and they might see you up on the bank there. You might scare them, so just stay low. We'll kick back for a little bit. I hope I don't get any more tench. I've got enough tench, but if I get one, it's going to have to come out. We'll do tench tacos again soon, I think. I'm feeling like another tench taco. All right, I'll be back. Absolutely no bites here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pack up now. I'm going to leave this spot. I'm going to head into Bacchus Marsh. I'm going to go to a place called, it's the Werribee River still, Werribee Vale Road, I think it's called. There's a little dam up there. I'm going to stop there for about an hour and that'll end this morning's session. Still no blackfish. There's probably not going to be a blackfish now because it's way too light. The blackfish hunt in the dark. So we'll go for my next spot for the rest of the morning. Now here is the reason why I think that was quiet. That bait was sitting in the reeds. See how there's reeds? I'll try and get a good shot of it for you. See how there's reeds on that bait and there's reeds on the sinker? That is a great sign that all that was sitting in reeds. There you go. Bait covered in reeds. So next time I come out here, I'm going to make sure that that hook is set higher on that line up from the sinker. Fantastic. There you go. Good idea. And the tench in the fridge freezer. This place gets packed quick. There's walkers everywhere. It's going to be 30 odd degrees today and this place is packed. We're going to stop here first. Bit of a roadway here. I'll send a couple of lines down that way. Geez, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Look at that. Anyway, we'll send a couple of lines down there. We might put one over here and one down there somewhere, maybe two down there. Kick back for half an hour. I'll start editing these videos, and then we'll head upstream for another half an hour. And that'll do the window this morning, I think. The rods are in. I'm not expecting too much down here this morning. I have fished here a few times. All I've ever caught is redfin, and they've only been small. So I'm not expecting jaws. I'm really just going to sit back and enjoy the sunrise this morning. Yeah, it's going to be 30 degrees today in Melbourne. So yeah, let's just kick back and just not have a action-packed morning. I've already had that. Let's chill out for the rest of the morning. That'd be great. Famous last words. This one's on already. I better bring him in. I think it's just a redfin, but I'll bring him in. Here we go. So there's something small out there. There goes me kicking back for the morning. We'll see if he comes back. He's had a few bites at that bait, but hasn't taken it. Anyway, let's see what happens. Here we go, he's back. He's had a big pull on that. Here we go, let's get him, eh? No, missed him. Can't seem to get this little guy. Anyway, I'm not going to spring out of this seat again just for that little guy. It's probably a yabby. I'll just sit back and maybe he'll hook himself, or who knows. It's just too beautiful to be springing up and down out of the chair. Back, he's back. Something definitely big splashed out there too. Small. No, I reckon it's a yabby. Gotta be. That's it. I'm gonna get these rods in. I'm heading upstream to the last spot for the morning. Geez, it's beautiful out here this morning. Have a look around. Beautiful. I just caught a tiny little roach. A tiny little roach. I've just landed at the last spot and I've just pulled in a tiny little roach. Oh, this line's going again. Where is it? I can't see the line. Can't see the line. There it is. It'll be a roach again. Anyway, that one's gone as well. So that was a teeny tiny little roach, and I believe that's a species of carp as well. So that's related to the carp and the tench. They're the same family. Yeah, there you go. I wasn't expecting to catch a roach. Went blank. So we'll hang around here for a little bit. Not too long. The fishing window's nearly over for the morning, so we'll get out of here soon. Perfect. This one's going. Here we go. Oh. Get him? I don't think I got him. No, far out. Missed. It's going again. I'm not going to bother striking it. It's just a roach, but you can see the line moving. Wait for it. You'll see the line move. See the line moving there? There we go. It's just a little roach. I'm not going to bother striking. We'll just let it play. It can eat the worm or whatever. It's not worth striking on that. Maybe he'll hook himself. We'll see what happens. There we go, I'm on. I just got a little redfin. I'll try and get him up. Hard to get him up here. There we go. Oh, that's a big roach. Look at the size of that roach. Ha! Here we go, guys. There's a roach. Now, that's a species of carp and tench. It's from the same family. So, there you go. Look at that. That's a big one, too. I haven't seen them this big. They probably get bigger, I'm not too sure, but that's the biggest I've seen. That is it for today's session. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm packing it in now. It's starting to get hot. It's going to be hot in Melbourne today. I'm going to start heading back into town. I didn't catch a blackfish, which is what I was after this morning, but I did catch a tench, a little blackfish, a couple of roach, so it was pretty action-packed this morning. Tomorrow, I'm going to head out to Callista, out to the Sassafras Creek, which is at the back of the Dandenongs. I know there's blackfish there. I'm hoping to get a 30 centimetre blackfish. That's the legal size. And if I can get one of them, we're going to do a catch and cook blackfish. See you tomorrow. Howdy folks. I'm back from this morning's adventure. It's got really hot outside today. It's about 34 degrees in Melbourne. So I've pulled the pin, I've come back, I've unpacked the ute, I'm cleaning up, I'm getting everything ready to go so I can head back out again tomorrow morning out to Callista. But before I do, I'm going to re-spool this rod. So I'll do a quick how-to video on how to re-spool your line on your reel. Very simple. First thing you want is some line. Now, what you want to do is when you're using this line, you want to make sure that the sticker is facing up. So you put this down on the ground, pull the line off, grab the line and feed it down the loops here. Feed it down that one, down this one here, down here. Where is it? I can't even see it. There it is there. Okay, now flick the bail arm over. Flick it over, get it out of the way, and all you want to do is tie a knot. You can tie whatever knot you want. Whatever knot you want to do, that's yours. That's your choice. I'm just going to tie a standard knot because that's all you need. That is a standard knot, and I'm going to cut this little bit of excess line off. Where, if I can grab it, there it is there. Cut that excess line off, get rid of that. Now, flick the bail arm back over. What you want to do is you want to hold some pressure on this line. Now you might want to put a glove on because you get a bit of friction burn, or use a towel or a rag or whatever it is that you've got. I've got one of my riding gloves here. Here we go. Let's put that on. Hold a bit of pressure on that line. Make sure the drag's tightened up, and all you do is just wind it on. Oh, hang on. What's going on there? Yep, there we go. It's winding. And all you want to do, tighten up that drag a bit, is just wind that line on. This will take a bit of time. There's quite a lot that's got to go on there. Just wind away. I don't even know how much goes on here. I've got no idea. We'll just wind it until it's about 3/4 the way full, I think. You can go right up. Just depends on what you want. That'll do it. There you go. That's full enough. That will do. Now, what you want to do, hold on to the line and just cut it off. Cut the line off and pull. Oh, is that all wrapped around there? There we go. And just pull that out of all those eyelets. They're gone. Move that out of the way. Now, what you want to do now is you want to get this line locked off on that grey little tab there. Now, be careful because this nylon remembers being that size, it's going to unspool off here. So you want to hold it nice and tight. So pull the line out, hold it tight, get that bail arm out of the way. You've still got it tight, and bring it around, find that grey tab and just lock that line under that grey tab. That line is now under that grey tab, if you can see that there. Grey tab there, the line's under it. Right. Because that line remembers that size and it's going to come straight off here, this is how you fix it. Undo the drag nut here, or the drag bolt, or whatever you want to call it, whatever it's called. Undo it, take that off. Now, be careful when you pull this off because there's some washers and bits and pieces there, so just make sure they stay where they are. This is now off. What you want to do is get yourself a bowl of hot water. This is hot water straight out the tap. It's not boiling hot, it's not lukewarm, it's hot. As hot as the tap can do. Get the reel, drop it in. Now what that does is the hot water there resets the memory of that nylon, and that nylon will now stay wrapped around that sized spool, okay? Leave that in there for the rest of the day. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put it back on my rod at the end of the day there, ready for tomorrow. So that's it. That's how you re-spool. Good morning, everybody. I'm here. It's about half an hour before sunrise, and I'm going to get down there. It's still dark. I can see just a little bit, but I'm going to get these rods in. Let's get a blackfish. Already. Get this light off. That one's taken a few hits. So is this one? Or is that me? No, that one's taken some hits. They're little blackfish. We're waiting for the big one. Okay, they're on this morning. They're only small blackfish, but they're playing with the bait. It's a good sign. I've only got like the first half an hour after sunset, and that is it for this blackfish session. So I'm going to fish here for a little bit, then I'm going to head over there, and that's all I've got. Let's hope we get a blackfish. Here we go, I've got a blackfish, but again, it's way too small. Oh well, we'll get that back in and we'll have another go. That's it, gang. That is the end of the window. I've caught 2 blackfish. I caught one this morning, I caught one yesterday. They weren't big enough, but that's okay. The adventure continues. I'll come back out again next weekend and we're gonna do a catch and cook blackfish. I'm gonna keep going until we get into winter. That's it, I'm gonna head back to Melbourne. It's gonna be really hot today. I think it's gonna be about 34 degrees. I'll get back into Melbourne, get ready for work, and then I'll see you all next weekend. Catch ya. Now the brakes have failed on the car, which is great. So I've pulled over here at Bunnings, waiting for the tow truck. From what I can tell, everything seems okay. It hasn't lost any fluid. There's no fluid around the wheels there. There's no brake fluid inside that wheel either there or any on the other side. There's no fluid around the master cylinder there. It was definitely low, so that may be the problem. Coming back from Callista this morning, the brake started smelling quite a lot, so this one smells a lot back here. So something's gone awry. I don't know what's happened. We'll get the car on the tow truck, we'll get it back to Windsor, I'll get the wheels off, I'll change all the pads, give the brakes a bleed, and then we'll see how it plays out from there. Stand by. So while I wait for the tow truck, I'm going to duck off here into Bunnings and see if I can find any interesting stuff that I can use for this solar setup. Let's see what's in. I think they've got like an electrical section where they might have auto stuff. Lock the car. While I've got the time, let's see.